Hello YouTube and welcome to Path of Exile. Interesting little game, free on Steam, not been out too long, where you play as one of the 6 exiles.
Your crimes against Ariath, you have been exiled to the forsaken continent of Rayclast. The Magisters of Ariath are merciful and have granted all exiles one weapon. Choose wisely. Ariath has bestowed a gift upon you, a chance to redeem your crimes, a new life. Do not squander it.
So that was a little bit of the backstory as to why your character has actually been exiled. However, each character has their own unique story.
I am a warrior. I was born to fight, raised to defend my tribe. Now, I have been taken from my people, chained and exiled by cowards who fear death. Death is my brother. I do not fear him. I see him in the eyes of the men and beasts that I kill. I feel him traveling beside me to this new land, this Rayclast. He will take me to meet the ancestors when I am ready, and I am not ready.
So each character has their own different playstyle, and they all start in a specific place on a grid of skills. One of the game's key features is the ability to customize your skill list.
I am a warrior. I was born to fight, raised to defend my tribe. Now, I have been taken from my people, chained and exiled.
For this, I'll just use one of the characters I already made. And I can show this with names. So, yeah. So this is the starting city after the main tutorial bit of the campaign, which doesn't tell you anything to do on how to play. This is the skill list. Yeah. It goes on for quite a while. These symbols here are where different characters will start, so this one is the witch's starting place. Templar, Marauder, Duelist, Archer, and so on and so forth. So yeah, as you see, I've gone down certain paths according to my character. Can't wait to go down this one. But, yes. Right. Press the U, brings up the world map and tells you what your quests are. So it wants me to go over there. Anyone got a quest? No. Right. So down this part of the town has its own waypoint. This is how you travel around through the zones. You can only travel to a place that you've already been. So for example, if I go here, and then pressing tab brings up a small overlay on the map. It's quite hard to see within the caves because it's the same colour. But yeah, as you run around you'll find creatures which you just click on to attack. Using right click to activate your skills. I don't actually have any. Oh yeah, there we go. Fireballs! So yeah. Lucky little blaster. Right, so the way the inventory works is each item takes up a certain size. Can be quite useful. And then you get these little gems. These gems are how you actually use your skills. So not to be confused with passive skills. But yeah, so you would take them and then socket them in an item and this then brings it up down here. So for example, I can now throw my sword at things. Or, for the purposes of this item, I can actually animate it and turn it into a floating weapon. The problem with animating a weapon is that the weapon is destroyed at the end of its use. However, it's pretty good. So yeah, you get different things. So I've got Raised Zombie there, which is this skill here. You get your life flasks, which I will show an interesting thing over here. Every time you kill a creature, it gains more charges, so it currently has 6 charges. and same with the mana potions. Down here it will show things that I can upgrade, but this one's been greyed out because I don't actually have the required stats to upgrade it. Yeah. The game works in normal style. Areas are instance out until you reach certain areas, but it's sort of mini instanced within towns, so if you want to join your friends you have to create a party, exit the game, and then join... not exit the game, exit the area and then rejoin the area. This will then bring you into their instance. So yeah, it gets quite interesting. This symbol here is a shrine. These are only certain different parts of the game, but clicking on them will give you a certain ability if you can get there. So now my character's emitting lightning everywhere he walks. Quite useful, although some creatures have different resistances. If I hover over it, at the top of the screen it says it resists cold damage. So quite typical of your RPG. Don't hit things that resist your element. Basic storyline puts you in place of an exile trying to get revenge and helping those along the way. There's no morale system as far as I can tell. But honestly I kind of prefer having no lack of choices weighing over my head on did I do this right, did I help these people, or did I screw their lives over. But it's always fun to just mash fireball buttons. Another thing to note is items do have stat requirements on them. This is evidenced by this window here. So yeah, each character will have different strengths, intelligence and dexterities. This limits what items they can use. So press the button. So my character being mainly strength focused, he wears heavy armor, uses a shield and swords. All quite fun stuff. Items will drop off enemies. I've set it up so that it will always show me their names so I can see if the items are any good. And it's quite hard to tell where your items are in a pile of dead bodies. And that will happen more often than you think. Another funny thing I have about my reanimate thing is I can go click, click, click. It only works on physical weapons. So I can't animate bows or wands, which is... but yeah, this shows me basically what skills I have that are about to level up. But I can have no limit to the amount of weapons I have, which is hilarious. So yeah, the typical rules of colouring on items apply if you've ever played a game like Borderlands or EverQuest or something, in which the different colours have different things. So white is your standard junk, blue is slightly better junk, yellow is the stuff you kind of want, and then you can get orange, which I've only seen one of, but unfortunately that was on a different character. Oh, and then you get boss mobs as well, who drop special jumps for you. Not really hard. Some of them can be quite difficult depending on what you're using. However, this boss has two things. Throw their swords. And as you see, they dropped a large amount of blue stuff and one yellow item. Now, the game has an interesting currency system. There is no money. You use items that you find along the world, such as what I'm hovering over right now, as money to trade with other players. Of course, these items have their uses. Now that's pretty good, all things considering, so I will then equip that. Take that out, put that in. And now I can use a different skill that I didn't have equipped. which is basically a icy hammer. Fun times. Of course, the only problem is I now have no idea where I'm supposed to go for this damn quest. It wasn't even on the quest. Apparently I went the wrong way. Whoops. Oh well. But yeah, it's sort of fun. Experience bar is down here. I'm about to level up, thankfully. You can use portal scrolls, which will open a big blue shiny portal. However, when you go back through the portal, if you're the one that placed it, the portal will be shut down, so your friends could get stranded back God knows where. So make sure you're the last one to go through, or put down another portal for them. Yeah, as you can notice, different players float around and they'll have these little blue things around them. That's energy shield. Shield will regenerate, life doesn't, unless you have an item that does that for you. Good thing to mention. Thanks, Brain. Yeah. So you get achievements in the game, so I have 2 so far. Although I earned one of those on a different character, so good. Let's run down this way through the dank and murky caves. You will find a lot of chests around, and as this one just proved, my luck, sometimes they'll have nothing in them at all. So it's fun. Oh yeah, it's basically a hammer. Slam. Unfortunately, because my character has a low dexterity rating, I don't hit things very often. Compared to a dexterity class, which would hit things all the time. Just running around, murdering everything. Although, you do have a point to this, is you're trying to get a new life, and try and find the guy that killed you. Well, not killed you. What are you saying, Brain? No, the guy that sent you here to die. Which, for all intents and purposes, would be killing you. But yeah, these weird little slimy things. They're always giving me creeps. Ah, this is another thing. When gems level up, they'll give that little telltale glow. Unfortunately, I now have 3 gems I can't level up. That's mildly annoying. For a class that's supposed to use gems quite often, it's quite annoying. So yeah, my skills aren't going to get much better. However, one thing I will take mention of is the fact that while this is open, the game is still playing, so as you can see, things are actually attacking. Although, due to camera angles, it can be very hard to see these things. But, within this section, if I go down here, you can get these ones with the big, shiny gold thing. You get an achievement if you get one of those, and some of them can be pretty useful. Some of them can be utter crap. So, for example, that one uses your life instead of mine. Great if you're a melee character, shit if you're a mage. And then you've got that one. Can't be evaded, you never deal crits. It's good if you're sort of a melee class that doesn't focus on crits. And then you've got this. I don't know why people would want this, because everything you do is converted to fire damage, and you end up losing a lot of damage because you can't deal anything other than fire. It seems like a rather good one. That's quite a fun one sometimes. Minions explode. But yeah, you do get refund points, which you get from books and completing quests, which I haven't used any yet, because my character's not needed to. So yeah, if you do fluff up, you can still fix yourself. The game does have an item store, However, one thing you will notice upon looking in it is it doesn't actually have any items that you can buy to give yourself an advantage. It just changes the effects of things. So fire on them, gives you a hat, or makes everything explode in blood. Yeah, usual things. That's the other way out. Yeah, the level designs can be quite interesting, and they do vary. In fact, I will just go over here to show you. So that was inside a cave, and now we're going through the mudflats. So, mudflats. Very swampy area, and filled with a bird called a rower. However, they're flightless birds, and they tend to run at your face. As demonstrated by those. So yeah, different areas, lots of different quests, different opponents that will fight, and a common thing amongst raid bars is zombies. The dead keep coming back. No one can really explain why, but it does.
Your humble servant thanks you, my god.
Right, every time you level up or do things, your characters will talk about it and sometimes give their opinions and things, and you get your skills. So I want to go down the shield route, because I'm a shield user, so that benefits me. 5 points, and so yeah. As you go through the game, more and more of this is explained via statues that you'll find, which detail the history of what happened here. But it's kind of strange because it's all relics of a forgotten civilization. Remember that to fight for me. So yeah, it's not very strong on this. Different quests will require you to interact with the environment, such as this nest, which I've already done the quest, so I did make an omelette. Right, when you level up again, click that, and it does more stuff. All relatively simple stuff, really. The way gems work is they'll apply stats to your basic attack according to what they do. So, my Vertical Hammer gives chill duration, which slows them down, has a chance to freeze them, and deals quite a lot of cold damage as well as normal physical. I have Scroll of Wisdom, so I have more money. So yeah, the Orb of Alteration can be quite interesting. I don't actually have a item to use on it though. That's slightly okay. But yeah, that's been Path of Exile, and I have been your guide through the game. Do let me know what you think, and see ya.